Yes. So is the screen visible to all of you? Okay. So as we have seen in our last session, the domains, goals and goal indicators. हमने domains देख लिए थे, कितने domains होते हैं और domain क्या होता है. Goals देख लिया था कि as per NCERT in NEP what all domains we have, what all goals are there and what are the indicators. So there we have seen, still somebody wants to get admitted. Yes. So there we have seen that the goal indicators are the one which are making you aware of which goal is getting achieved. ठीक है. गोल इंडिकेटर्स वो हैं जो आपको ये जताते हैं या ये दर्शाते हैं कि कौन सा गोल अचीव हो रहा है. राइट. सो नाउ वी आर एंटरिंग इनटू द टीचिंग पेडागॉजीज. So teaching pedagogies are also made in such a way that it is also a ready-made given material by NCERT in NEP. NCERT द्वारा NEP के अंदर टीचिंग पेडागॉजीज जो अभी आपको दी गई हैं वो भी रेडीमेड मटेरियल की तरह आपके लिए काम करेंगी. ठीक है. जो आप उसे अरेंज कर सकें, जो आप उसको क्लासरूम में अपने चीज़ों को सेट कर सकें. राइट. सो here we are talking about the pedagogies. As you can see by NCERT we have got 5 different pedagogies from which the 4 pedagogies given is important and has to be implied or applied in the classroom. ये जो स्टार्टिंग के 4 पेडागॉजीज़ हैं इनको क्लासरूम में अप्लाई करना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, ज़रूरी है. ओके. सो व्हाट आर दीज पेडागॉजीज़? आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू काइंडली नोट डाउन दीज पेडागॉजीज़. द फर्स्ट वन इज प्लेवे मेथड. सेकेंड वन इज ABL, which is called as activity based learning. ABL, activity based learning. Next, IBL, inquiry based learning. IBL, inquiry based learning. Next is experiential learning, which is EL. EL, experiential learning. And the last one is TBL, theme based learning. Theme based learning. Understood? So this means that these are the different ways from which you are teaching the young ones. They are teaching the young kids, right? So ये हम one by one we'll be seeing these pedagogies now. So now the very first pedagogy is the playway method. As we have seen in our ECCE also that the playway method is given by Frederick Frobel in the kindergarten, and as well as Dr. Maria Montessori has also worked very hard for this method. So playway method, as the name suggests, that it is a method where the child involves play. And what is play? Can anyone tell me? What do you mean by play? Yes. What do you mean by play?
Physical activity.
Yes, physical activity. See, physical activity we also go in the gym and we do it. But we do not enjoy that. Right? Do we enjoy going in the gym and doing these heavy physical activities? No. So, play is a physical activity, but there is an enjoyment in it. Right? The child must get involved and enjoy with that physical activity, which is important. And that is why we call this as a play. Okay. So it is a physical activity where we are doing that activity with lots of interest and involvement, and that comes only when we are enjoying that. So you have to design and structure such an activities that the child is getting involved, enjoy, and take an interest in doing that. So sorry, my chair is like moving. Yeah, okay. So next one is the methods which you can use in playway methods. As you all can see, different types of play can be done, can be taken off in as a main activity. एक अलग अलग तरीके के प्ले एक्टिविटीज़ को आप किस रूप में दर्शाया जा सकता है, ये आपके सामने प्रस्तुत है. सो सबसे पहला है बॉडी प्ले मूवमेंट. So what are the different body play movements? It can be running, jumping, skipping, hopping, sliding. So this is a play or a type of play where you are involving your body to do some activity, right? Your bodily activities are involved, and see, when we tell the child to do some physical activity, see, आप लोगों ने भी किया होगा पहले, अभी हमारे साथ तो होता ही था, खासकर मेरे साथ तो बहुत होता था. जब मैं छोटी थी तो मेरी क्या है ना, काफ़ी लंबे लंबे बाल थे, तो हम लोग है ना ग्रुप में जाते थे स्कूल. सो चोटियाँ करनी पड़ती स्कूल में जाने के लिए, लेट हो जाता था. इस वजह से मेरी मम्मी मेरी चोटियाँ करती थी, स्कूल में लेट हो जाता था. तो जितने भी मेरे साथ जाने वाले थे ना, वो मेरी चोटी के कारण लेट हो जाते थे. तो फिर उसके बाद जैसे ही हम स्कूल में पहुँचते हैं तो पीटी सर से डांट पड़ती थी, क्यों लेट हुए. तो सब मेरी तरफ फिंगर करें, इसके वजह से लेट हुआ है, ये जल्दी नहीं उठती है और चोटी नहीं बनाती है. अब मेरे वजह से लेट होता था, लेकिन पनिशमेंट सबको मिलती थी. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी. क्या करते थे, सर बोलते थे पूरे स्कूल के चक्कर लगाओ. अब आप आज के ज़माने में तो इतने पनिशमेंट्स आप दे ही नहीं सकते हो. ज़रा सा क्या, अगर बच्चे को मुर्गा बनने के लिए भी खड़ा कर दिया और अगर कैमरा से देख लिया तो बस हो गया, आपने क्यों पनिशमेंट दिया. टुडे इज़ सच अ सिचुएशन, राइट? यू कैन नॉट पनिश द चाइल्ड. बट एट आवर टाइम्स, आप लोग को भी अपने टाइम्स याद आ रहे होंगे, होता था कि नहीं ऐसा. अब पूरे स्कूल के चक्कर काट रहे हैं हम, अब पूरे स्कूल के चक्कर काट रहे हैं. अब मेरी वजह से सभी को पूरे स्कूल के चक्कर काटने पड़ते थे, और बस फिर बाद में मेरे को इतना सुनाते थे. और स्कूल आने के जैसे वापस घर आ रहे हैं ना, पेरेंट्स को तो बताया आज इसकी वजह से हम लोग को पूरे स्कूल के चक्कर काटने पड़ गए, कल हम इसके साथ नहीं जाएंगे. और दोबारा फिर वो सारे फ्रेंड्स आके खड़े हो जाते थे, चल जल्दी कितना लेट हो रहा है. लाइक भले पनिशमेंट मिलता था, बट दे वर एन्जॉइंग दैट एज अ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी, है ना. चल स्कूल के चक्कर काटेंगे फिर जाएंगे. सो धीरे धीरे वो जो पनिशमेंट है वो एन्जॉयमेंट में बदलती चली गई. एंड देन दे यूज टू थैंक, अगर सुबह सुबह फर्स्ट पीरियड में टीचर ने कॉपी मांगनी है और हमारी कंप्लीट नहीं है, ए रितु तू आराम से रेडी हो जाना, अपन लेट होएंगे, स्कूल के चक्कर काटेंगे जब तक वो टीचर निकल जाएगी. लाइक तो वो क्या हो गया, वो ए एक्टिविटीज़ में कन्वर्ट हो गया. सो व्हेन वी आर डूइंग एनी एक्टिविटी एंड स्पॉन्टेनियसली व्हेन वी डू दैट एक्टिविटी, एट टाइम्स द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स एन्जॉइंग. हालांकि ये तो गलत है, ये चीज़ होना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन बट इट हैपन. सो इफ इट इज़ रॉन्ग ऑल्सो, द चाइल्ड एन्जॉयज दैट प्ले एक्टिविटी. सो और फिजिकल एक्टिविटी. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट एनी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी, द चाइल्ड एन्जॉयज. बच्चे जो हैं वो काफ़ी एन्जॉय करते हैं. कोई भी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी होते हैं बच्चे एन्जॉय करते ही करते हैं. नेक्स्ट, जैसे अगर हम बच्चे को जंपिंग करने के लिए बोलेंगे, और अगर ये जंपिंग पनिशमेंट के रूप में होगा तो शुरुआत में बच्चे को बड़ा दर्द होगा, बड़ा तकलीफ होगा, रोएगा बच्चा, नहीं नहीं मुझे नहीं करना, मुझे नहीं करना. बट क्लासरूम एन्जॉयमेंट में, क्लासरूम के अंदर मैं बच्चों को अगर बोलूँ कि अगर हम बम्पिंग बलून के ऊपर जाते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, तो बच्चे बोलने से पहले ही जंप करने लगते हैं. राइट, ये मेले में जब बम्पिंग बलून्स लगते हैं ना, तो वो बम्पिंग बलून्स के ऊपर जब बच्चे जाते हैं तो क्या करते हैं, जंप करते हैं. सो व्हाट डू यू डू, जंपिंग। और मैंने फिर बोला चलो 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 जंपिंग करके बताओ, सारे बच्चे जंपिंग करने लगेंगे। क्यों? बिकॉज दे आर एंजॉइंग दैट। बट दैट टू इफ आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट यू हैव टू स्पॉन्टेनियसली जंप 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 ही करते रहो, पूरे आधे घंटे तक जंप करते रहो। थोड़ी देर बाद बच्चा थक गया, मैं तो अब नहीं जंप कर पा रहा। और वही बाउंसिंग बॉल के अंदर या बम्पिंग बलून के ऊपर बच्चा 1 घंटा भी बच्चे को कम पड़ता है। The child jumps a lot. Why? Because the child is enjoying that. So it is important when you are giving any physical activity or body play movement activity, the child must enjoy that. Then only it will be called as a play and not as a punishment or not as a physical harassment as well. We have to remember that now as per NCERT, the physical harassment is taken as a means of punishment where teachers are also under bars. So you have to remember that the physical activities which you are giving, it should be planned and it should be in a play so that the child enjoys that. And you know, the child never says lie. The child always gives the feeling you are having. When you are under some situation or scenario or anything where there is something coming over you, so at times the cops, they ask the child. Then they will ask, what is your teacher's behavior? And if they say, if the child says, this teacher always scolds me, always punishes me, then you cannot change your planned setup of play of physical activity. Then that will be a physical harassment. So always design and structure a play in such a way that the child must enjoy that physical play, and that the child is going to enjoy only when your behavior with the child is a friendly behavior and is in a way that the child loves you, child enjoys sitting with you. And that will be possible only when you are interacting positively with the child. If the child has done the mistake also, you have to take patience in yourself and then you have to tell that it's okay dear, next time you please don't do that. Okay, rather than just slapping over the cheeks of the child and say, and you have to say, and if you have slapped the child and if you have said that why have you done like this, never you must do like this, so next time the child is not going to go in front of you. And whenever the child will commit a mistake, a fear will first come in the mind of the child, and then the child will tell you, or otherwise the child won't tell also. Directly child will tell to the parents and parents will come in the school directly. Then so and so things have happened. So you must be so much friendly with the child that whatever play you are planning and arranging, the child is happy with it. Okay. Second, object play. Yes, this is very important and children always do object play. बच्चों को object play तो काफ़ी पसंद होता है. The children, they like that they must sit with some object and they must play with that object. It may be play with a house, play with a kitchen set, play with a doll or any object. Okay, so with anything, like for example, if this is my key and I'm having this doll, and if I give this doll to the child, okay, then the child will play with this. Okay. So, next is social play. When we talk about the social play, the 2 or more people must join and play. That is a group play activity you have to conduct in the class. If there is a group play activity, the child enjoys. Next is imaginary play and pretend to play. Imaginary play and pretend to play means this is a type of play activity where you are involving creativity, constructivism and imagination. Like for example, if you tell the child to just imagine about a superhero, then the child is just going to go in an imaginary world. The child is just, I am a superhero. Then he will just tie his mother's dupatta here on the neck and then he'll try to fly like this. So what is the child doing? The child is imagining. The child is pretend to be that. मम्मा आप ना मेरी फ्रेंड बन जाओ और मैं ना आपके साथ गुड़िया गुड़िया खेलूँगी. So what is the child doing? The child is imagining and you making you as a friend. That means the child is pretending that you must be the friend. Okay? और फिर the child will also tell you the situation also. मम्मा आप ना अभी ना घर मार्केट से आ रही होगी और बहुत ज़्यादा थक गई होगी तो मुझे ये बोलोगी कि ना आप ना मेरे लिए चाय बना दो. ठीक है, आप ऐसे बोलना. तो फिर हमें क्या होता है, बच्चों को जैसे बच्चे बोलते हैं हमें वैसे ही बोलना पड़ता है, बिकॉज दे आर प्रिटेंडिंग यू दैट पर्सन एंड देन यू हैव टू गो आउटसाइड द हाउस, नॉक द डोर, कम इनसाइड, कम वेरी टायर्ड, ओह आज तो मैं बड़ी थक गई हूँ, मैं बैठ जाती हूँ. फिर बच्चा बोलेगा मम्मा मम्मा मैं आपके लिए चाय लेके आऊँ. देन यू हैव टू से हाँ बेटा चाय ले आओ. तो बच्चा बड़ा खुश हो जाएगा. भले वो एक अपने खिलौने का टी कप का सेट लेके आएगी और वो ट्रे में देगी, लो मम्मा आप चाय पी लो. फिर आपको वो चाय लेनी पड़ेगी, उठानी पड़ेगी, पीनी पड़ेगी और बोलना पड़ेगा, भले उसके अंदर कुछ भी हो, फिर बोलना पड़ेगा हाँ चाय तो बहुत टेस्टी थी, अब मैं ना थोड़ा आराम कर रही हूँ तो आप मेरे को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना. तो बच्चे हैप्पी, दे आर वेरी हैप्पी, दे फील दैट दिस इज़ अ प्ले एंड my mother is playing with me, right? होता है ना आप सभी के साथ, नहीं होता? हाँ चलो, at least yes. So same thing you have to do it in the class. You have to take the child into the fantasy world and then you have to make the child understand about that thing. If you want to take the child to the zoo, तो ना आप बच्चे को रोल प्ले एक्टिविटी करा दो. और रोल प्ले में जैसे वो बच्चे प्रिटेंड करेंगे ना, तो यू कैन टेल इफ द वन हु इज ड्रेसअप एज अ लायन, वन कैन बी ड्रेसअप एज अ what is that called, bhalu is called what, bear, yes. One is dressed up as a bear and one is dressed up as a leopard, one is dressed up as a tiger. So all the children are dressed up like this and these all are wild animals. So they will make the sound. तो आप बच्चों को बोल दोगे, pretend, they are pretending to be those animals. Then आप बच्चों को बोल दोगे, you have to roar like a lion, you have to eat honey like a bear. Okay, so what are they doing? They are doing that acting, okay, and they are pretending to play. Right? So these type of activities, and with that you can explain the topic and the concept of wild animals to the other children in the classroom. The child who is participating also will enjoy. The child who is seeing will also enjoy, assuming that next time I'll also do this type of activity. And the child gets motivated as well. So that is important in imaginative and pretend to play. Next is storytelling. Yes, with these different types of play, with the puppets and with the Kathputlis, you can just narrate very good and nice and lovely stories to the child. Okay. Next is creative play. Yes, creative play and imaginary play is both are same. What you can do is you can just give building blocks to the child and you will just tell construct something from this. And what the child is doing? Child is imagining of a house. Child taking different colors, attaching the blocks, making a big tower, joining all the towers and making a very good and great house. So what has done? The child has created something with the materials provided to the child. That can be an object play. In an object play, the imaginary and the creative play also is involved. So you have to plan the activity in such a way that all type of play activities can be attained. The last one is attunement play. Attunement play is a type of play where we always involve ourselves along with the children. आप हर बार आपकी जो ट्यून होती है उस ट्यून में आप बच्चे से बात करते हो. कई बार ऐसा हो जाता है कि आप बच्चों की तरह तोतले हो जाते हो और तोतलों की तरह बात करते हो. और कई बार है ना हम ऐसे गेम खेलते हैं, जैसे समझो कि ये ना एक पिलो है. ओके, सो जैसे अगर हम पिलो की बात कर रहे हैं, हमने ऐसे सामने पिलो रख दिया और बच्चे को बोल दिया तो द चाइल्ड विल सर्च. तो बच्चे अगर किसी और मूड में होगा ना तो वो उस चीज़ को देखेगा. वो तारे ज़मीन पर मूवी का वो गाना है ना, कौन सा है वो, बम बम बोले, उसमें ऐसे ही एंटर होते ना आमिर खान. बम बम बोले सॉन्ग पता है, उसमें इसी तरह टीचर, यस, टीचर इसी तरह एंटर हो रहा है ना, तो वो क्या हो रहा है कि वो छुप रहा है और कहीं से आवाज़ निकाल रहा है, एंड द चिल्ड्रन आर वेरी ईगर टू नो दैट फ्रॉम वेयर द वॉइस इज कमिंग एंड दे आर एंजॉइंग. That type of play is an attunement play, where you are giving some tune and the child is astonished about the tune and the child wants to know from where we are getting the tune. And ऐसे जैसे ही वो क्लाउन बनकर बाहर आते हैं, बच्चे देखकर बड़े खुश हो जाते हैं. अब फिर बाद में म्यूजिक बजने लगता है एंड दे आर एंजॉइंग. नाउ दे आर इन द प्ले. वो जो थोड़ी देर पहले हिंदी के टीचर गए, जो डांट के गए बच्चों को कि जो आंसर मैंने दिया वही आंसर लिखना है, वो बच्चे घबराए हुए हैं. और बाद में जो आर्ट वाले टीचर आ रहे हैं वो इतना ज़्यादा एंजॉय करा रहे हैं बच्चे को, एंड द चाइल्ड इज़ हैप्पी, राइट. वो गाना अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा होगा, मूवी नहीं देखी होगी, तो देखिएगा. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स मस्ट बी देयर एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एन अट्यूनमेंट प्ले. वी ऑल अंडरस्टूड. मूवी से एग्जाम्पल देके आपको इसलिए बता रही हूँ ताकि आपको ध्यान में रहे. And this is a lesson plan which you can check it out later on. This PPT will be shared to you by your class teacher, so you will be getting aware with respect to this. Next is activity based learning. Activity based learning is a type of learning where you are involving different types of activities, where the child is enjoying also, the child is playing also, but that activity must be in such a way that it must cover your curriculum as well. That is important. जैसे अभी अट्यूनमेंट प्ले करके जो तारे ज़मीन पर मूवी की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, तो अट्यूनमेंट प्ले करके उन्होंने क्या किया है, उन्होंने बच्चों को इंजॉय करवाया है. बट हैव दे कवर्ड द टॉपिक, the chapter? No. The drawing teacher, he was a drawing teacher, but he did not teach any drawing, he did not involve the children in the drawing in that. अगर आप खेल खेल में, मस्ती में एंजॉय करते करते बच्चों को, हाँ जी, you saying something? So if you are enjoying, and by enjoying only you are providing sheets to the child, नाचते नाचते बच्चों को sheets दे रहे हो, and then you are providing colors. Now take the colors and then you have to do color these objects. So if you are showing them the activity, ये यहाँ कलर है, इसके बालों में काला रंग करना है, तो बच्चों काला रंग उठाओ. तो उनने काला रंग उठाया, तो एक्टिविटी आ गया. आपने गाने से सिखा दिया, प्लेवे से सिखा दिया, चलो मुझे अपने काले काले रंग दिखाओ. तो सबने ब्लैक क्रेयॉन उठा लिया, तो करेंगे काला 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 काला, बाल होते हैं गोरिल्ला के काले 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 काले. तो उससे द चिल्ड्रन आर एंजॉइंग, म्यूजिक भी आ रहा है और गोरिल्ला के बालों में काले कलर भी हो गए. Okay, so the child is involved in that activity, the child is involving in the play, and the child is enjoying as well. So what is that? Activity based learning. That means that बच्चे को आपको अपना टॉपिक जो लेसन प्लान में आप करना चाहते हो वो खेल कूद में एंजॉय करके मस्ती से भी आप एक्टिविटी करा सकते हो. इसके अलावा कुछ और गेम्स खिलाकर भी आप एक्टिविटी करें. जैसे कल मैंने लॉन्ग जंप का एग्जांपल दिया था. अब ये लॉन्ग जंप की जगह पर आप क्या कर दो, आप पे ना फ्लैश कार्ड्स लगा दो. ठीक है, आप ABCDEFG के फ्लैश कार्ड्स रख दो और बच्चे को बोलो, एक सर्कल बना दो और बच्चे को बोलो इधर से गोल गोल घूम घूम के और वो फ्लैश कार्ड उठा के लाना है जो मैं बोलूँगी. तो टीचर इज सेइंग, इफ द टीचर इज सेइंग आई वांट B फॉर बॉल, देन the materials are kept there, the flash card is kept there. Then what will happen? The child will move round and pick that B for ball flash card and give it to the teacher. So क्या हो रहा है, ये बच्चे को B for ball पता होगा तो वो सही उठा के लाएगा, राइट. तो ये एक एक्टिविटी हो गया, बच्चे की आइडेंटिफिकेशन और रिकग्निशन की प्रैक्टिस हो गई, है ना. और प्ले भी हो गया और एक्टिविटी भी हो गई. इस टाइप की चीज़ें करने. वन ऑफ माई टीचर, जब हम ये लेसन प्लान कराते हैं और फिर हम बोलते हैं कि आप जब टीचिंग डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन के वीडियोस भेजो, तो वन ऑफ द टीचर व्हाट शी डिड, यू नो, उसने क्या किया, टीचर थी, शी हैड हर ओन स्कूल एंड शी वाज डूइंग एनटीटी. तो उसने मतलब क्या किया, बच्चों के लिए ना अल्फ़ाबेट म्यूज़िक चेयर खिलाया. ओके ना, अल्फ़ाबेट म्यूज़िक चेयर में क्या होगा, उन्होंने क्या किया, चेयर्स को अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अरेंज किया जैसे म्यूज़िक चेयर में होता है, ओके। और फिर फोनिक्स का ए से जेड तक का सॉन्ग लगाया और है ना उसके ऊपर सारे चेयर्स के ऊपर फ्लैश कार्ड रख दिया, ठीक है। और म्यूज़िक बजने लगा, तो जैसे ही म्यूज़िक स्टॉप होता है बच्चों को चेयर पे बैठ जाना है और बताना है, वो फ्लैश कार्ड उठाना है और बताना है कि व्हाट इज़ द फ्लैश कार्ड यू आर हैविंग। सो जिसके पास जे है वो जे बोलेगा, जिसके पास एल है वो एल बोलेगा। मैम आई एम हैविंग एल फ्लैश कार्ड, एल फॉर लैम्प। आई एम हैविंग जे फ्लैश कार्ड, जे फॉर जोकर। तो चाइल्ड इज सेइंग ऑल्सो, गोल टू अचीव हो रहा है और मतलब चाइल्ड इज कम्युनिकेटिंग, आइडेंटिफिकेशन रिकग्निशन हो रहा है, आपका करिकुलम का पार्ट भी कंप्लीट हो रहा है, प्ले भी हो रहा है। और प्ले है तो वो बच्चा एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, राइट। डिड यू ऑल अंडरस्टूड? एक दो तीन एग्जाम्पल आपको दे दिया, समझ में आया? What is activity based learning? Means you have to involve the child in the activity in such a way so that the child is involved in that activity and enjoying it. So this is a proper structure in front of you, that how will you organize ABL. आप ABL के लिए आपको जैसे कोई एक्टिविटी प्लान आउट करनी है तो क्या करोगे आप? तो सबसे पहले इंस्ट्रक्शनल गोल डिज़ाइन करोगे। दिस इज सेम फॉर प्ले वे एंड अदर टीचिंग पैडागोजीज एज वेल। सो आप पहले डिज़ाइन करोगे गोल आपका, क्या क्या चाहते हो, आपके पीछे उद्देश्य क्या है, आप क्या चाहते हो कि बच्चा क्या डेवलप करे। जस्ट प्लीज़ वेट फॉर अ सेकंड। यस, so first you will design the structure and then you will think about that what is the goal behind teaching all this. आपके पीछे पढ़ाने के पीछे क्या उद्देश्य है और क्या गोल है, उसको आप पहले नंबर डिज़ाइन करेंगे। सो वेन एवर यू आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग एनी स्ट्रक्चर देन यू विल फर्स्ट डिसाइड कि मेरे को क्या चाहिए, कि जो भी मैं ये पढ़ा रही हूँ इससे बच्चा क्या सीखना चाहिए। लाइक फिर अभी म्यूजिकल चेयर वाला जो मैंने आपको एग्जाम्पल दिया, नहीं ये मैंने दे दिया, अब मैं दूसरा एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ सो दैट आपके पास बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हो और आपको आइडिया भी हो जाए कि क्या चीज़ कैसे करनी चाहिए और किस प्रकार करनी चाहिए। सी वन ऑफ द वीडियो इन द शॉर्ट्स आई हैव सीन, इट वॉज नॉट ऑफ इंडिया, इट वॉज ऑफ एनी वेस्टर्न कंट्री। द टीचर वॉज टीचिंग द चाइल्ड that how we have to stay away from the stranger, okay. And the teacher came into the classroom, the children were sitting in a circle, the teacher came in the classroom with a black coat, okay, and the teacher was providing some sweets, some chocolates to the child. So if the teacher is wearing a black coat, that means the children were not knowing that this is a teacher, because if the teacher is not coming in that black coat means the children will recognize the teacher and they will collect the thing whatever the teacher is giving. That's why the teacher was wearing a mask and the teacher was wearing a black coat, okay. And then the teacher entered into the classroom with a toffee. So previously only the teacher has told that we do not have to take any chocolate or toffee from the strangers, because if you will take then they will kidnap you, okay. This is the main goal that the teacher wanted to teach, okay. So to make the child understand the cognitive level, okay, to make the child understand the proper cognitive level, you have to make the child give the topic first only, okay. Then the teacher came inside, teacher gave the chocolates to the child. The child said no, no, no. The child who said no was safe, and the child who took the chocolate, the teacher used to take a net and catch that child and take far away. So the children understood that we must not take the chocolate from the stranger, ठीक है। तो उस वीडियो में पूरा इस प्रकार से बताया गया था कि इस तरीके की एक्टिविटीज़ भी आप कर सकते हैं। Okay, how to make the child aware that we must not take anything from the stranger. If we don't know, we must not take, we must not eat. So we can also get it kidnapped, so we have to stay safe from our own self. See, small 3 4 years old, 4 years old child also gets kidnapped. ओके, एंड द चाइल्ड डज नॉट नो. एक चॉकलेट का लालच देके बच्चे को उठा के लेके चले जाएंगे और उनके बॉडी पार्ट्स को इधर उधर सेल आउट कर देते हैं. कई लोग होते हैं ऐसे, है ना. तो इन चीज़ों को से बचने के लिए, अब बच्चे को तो आप स्कूल में छोड़ देते हो कई बार, अगर वैसे तो स्कूल में रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं कई, और स्कूल इज़ मेंट फॉर अ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एरिया, देयर ओनली यू आर सेंडिंग द चाइल्ड. बट इट टाइम्स कहीं पर अगर अचानक ऐसा कुछ आ गया तो बच्चे के में जानकारी इस चीज़ की होनी चाहिए दैट वी मस्ट नॉट टेक एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द स्ट्रेंजर. हमें स्ट्रेंजर से कोई भी चीज़ जो है वो नहीं लेनी चाहिए. ठीक है. तो ये चीज़ जो है, ये एक्टिविटी से बच्चों को समझ में आया. फिर बाद में जो बच्चे डर के मारे रो रहे थे और उनको टीचर ने गले लगाया, चिपकाया पूरा ब्लैक कोट निकाल के कि इट्स मी बट आई केम एज अ स्ट्रेंजर. Why did you took the chocolate? You must not take it. I explained to you that the stranger is a person who is not known to you. You must not take anything from the stranger unless anybody tells you. Was I there in the class? The student said, no, ma'am. Then the teacher says, then why have you taken the chocolate from that stranger? So now promise me that you will not take anything from the stranger. The child will keep the hand and the child will say, I will not take anything now onwards. Okay, then the child will be happy and the teacher will also be happy because the teacher have made the child come, understand the concept, what the teacher wanted to do. So you have to know that in what time you can do that activity, what are resources you want, what will be the instructional goals, how you will implement that in the class, and how will you link that to the topic. Understood? So these are the different methods through which you can do the ABL. I have just told you grammatization, quizzes, group discussion, role play, different types of educational games, brainstorming and problem solving activities. Right? Next we come up to inquiry based learning. Inquiry based learning is a very important topic and an aspect involved by NCERT in NEP. Though as the name says, inquiry based learning means learning must be in such a way that the child develops inquiry in the mind. Do remember and never ever get confused by questioning and inquiry. Okay? क्वेश्चनिंग का मतलब प्रश्न पूछना एक अलग तरीका, एक अलग विधि है, और बच्चे के मन में जिज्ञासा को उत्पन्न करना एक अलग विधि है. इंक्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निंग का मतलब होता है जिज्ञासा को उत्पन्न करना. मतलब आपको कुछ ऐसा कार्य करना है जिससे बच्चे के मन में इंक्वायरी या जिज्ञासा उत्पन्न हो. ठीक है. जब बच्चे के मन में किसी बात की जिज्ञासा उत्पन्न होती है तो उस बात को जानने के लिए वो आपसे कई प्रश्न करेगा, और जब तक आप उसके वो उत्तर नहीं दे देते जो वो उसको सेटिस्फाई करे तब तक वो आपसे प्रश्न पूछता रहेगा. यहाँ पर इंक्वायरी बच्चे को करनी है. ओके. So then the learning will happen, because when we are eager to know something, we pay attention in that. Okay? And when we pay attention in anything, obviously the learning happens and we understand and we always remember that, we never forget. Isn't it? So that is why this method has been given. Now how will you deal these type of method in the classroom? So for example, like as you can see in the picture here, that there is one picture of a birthday party and the second picture is of a scene after the birthday party. In one picture, the children are enjoying the birthday party, and in another picture, we can see the mess on the table and on the floor after the birthday party. So before showing that picture, if we are showing them the picture of the mess happened, and just ask the child, can you see this? The child will say yes. How are you feeling? The child will say, oh, it's looking very dirty. And you know who has made this dirty? It's you who have made. The child will be astonished. The child will say, how we can make this dirty? Do you remember that last time you went to Ravi's birthday party? And after that, her mother was tired a lot and lots of mess was there in the room. And who did this mess, you know? The children who went to the birthday party. You know, this type of mess could have not happened if you would have used dustbin. Then the child will say, ma'am, what is dustbin? How do we make use of this dustbin? Now the child is eager to know about the dustbin. What is a dustbin? How do we make the use of dustbin? So now the child will wait for your answer. Okay, and then you will say dustbin is a type of bucket or a basket where we are putting all the materials which are of no use, and then that is called as a garbage. We take all those garbage and dump it so that a pit is made, and that we have to put it in two types of dustbins. One is of dry, and one is wet. So the wet one we can make the what do we call it as खाद को क्या बोलते हैं? We can make manure. Yes, we can make manure for that, and with the one which is dry, we can recycle that. We can recycle the plastic, we can recycle the paper, and we can make some different plastic organisms, plastic things as well, and with the different types of paper we can make another paper as well. So they are recycled. Then a question will come into their mind, ma'am, what is recycle? So that now they are waiting for you to answer that what is recycle. Okay, so you can just teach them by showing different types of videos to make them explain that what is recycle and how does the recycle happens. So this is a way while you have to develop some question in the mind of the child, so that the child must ask the question and you will answer that, and by your answer you are actually making the learning happen. Understood what is inquiry based learning? Yes. Next is the experiential learning. Experiential learning is a type of learning where the child is learning through experiences. Okay, learning by doing. Okay, see, in activity based method also the child is learning by doing, and in playway method also the child is learning by doing. But in experiential learning, you have to make the child experience and make the child understand that thing on his own. So for these type of learning or these type of teaching methods, you have to give some projects, some activities. For that whatever you have taught to the child must involve him or her own self and do that activity. See, activity based learning, playway method, all these you are doing it into the classroom. Experiential learning also happens in the classroom, but you must not help at that time. It should be done when the topic and the concept is already clear to the child and the child is involving its experience and learning from that. Like for example, if this is a paper, okay, if I have taught the child to fold the paper like this and make a rectangle, and I have taught the child to fold the paper like this and make a square. So this is the knowledge I have already given to the child. Now I want to make a circle out of this. Okay, what I will do, I will just tell the child to make a curve over here. child is doing this activity, and then child is himself making a circle. So what is the child doing? Child is taking the pen and making a curve over here. Okay, this type of curve. Okay, as the child is making the curve, tell the child to make the use of scissor, and this type of activity must be given to only those UKG class 1 and 2 children, so that they are making use of scissor. Okay, so now I have cutted this, so they have got this shape. Now you will tell the child, now there is a magic. What magic you have done? You know that you have got a circle. Where is the circle? Come on, let's find out the circle. And the circle is here. Can you see this circle? See, this is actually an oval because that was a rectangle. Okay, so can you see this circle? This is a circle. Who made this circle? I made it. The child will say that way, and child will be happy. So this type of learning the child has done on his or her own self, and the child has done the activity, and the child has experienced as well. So you have to make the child understand by giving the opportunity to experience. ओके आप बच्चे को मौका दीजिए कि उस चीज़ को वो बच्चा स्वयं करे. And homework is a very important is the thing where the child does the experiential learning, different types of projects, different types of activities we give them, so that the child is involving and experiencing that how to do that. Okay, so that is experiential learning. So this is the new thing where you have to come out of the box of the theoretical concept and make the child learn. Okay, next concept is the theme-based learning. Theme-based learning is a type of learning where you have to, now as per NCERT, in NEP, you have to deal with the theme, and then you have to make the child understand the concept. Like for example, if you are dealing with wild animals or animals, if I can say. So you have to design a theme of, it may be a weekly theme, it may be a monthly theme, it may be a fortnight theme. Okay, you will design your classroom as per the theme. Like if you want to teach animals, on the all the drawing boards of your classroom, the pictures of animals must be there till your theme is running. Secondly, you have to, and as the child enters into the class, you have to give different types of activities based on the animals. Then you have to teach them about the animals, that where does the animal, what is that animal, what type of animal it is, where does that animal live, and so where is that animal, what type of animal he is, and what is the young one of that animal, and then how will be the the sound of that animal. So these all things must be involved in that. Okay, so that is called as the theme-based learning. So one day you will teach them. In many schools we are having assembly, special assembly. In that special assembly also you can take the theme of the month and accordingly you teach. Actually these all the pedagogies we are actually doing so, and we are involving all these things in our teaching methods. But at times every school is not following that. Okay, and if every school is following, it is possible only when NCERT gives you some guidelines, then only you are going to follow that. And by NCERT in NEP, these guidelines has to be followed. Is it clear? So here we finished with all the pedagogies given by NEP, by NCERT, and tomorrow we'll be dealing with the lesson plan. Tomorrow's class is very, very important. You must know that how to write a lesson plan. Okay, and I'll also be introducing you the sample lesson plan, as well as I'll be telling you that the lesson planning should be in, by which means the sample also will be shared to you, and you will understand how will you write the lesson plan, and that will be your practical as well. Okay.